Welcome back. Now let's get the show started. The United Labour Congress on Wednesday threatened that workers in the country would embark on an indefinite strike if the federal government fails to meet its demands by Friday, which was yesterday. The president of the ULC, Joe Ajaero, advised Nigerians in a press statement to stock up necessities because the strike will be very effective as they hope to cripple all modes of transportation within the country, ensure a total blackout nationwide, cut off petroleum product supplies, and disrupt banking operations, which will make life a bit difficult for Nigerians. Wow. Talking tough.
Real tough.
But this has happened in this nation before. Recall, I don't remember what year it was that this country was grounded for 10 solid days. Did government have to wait for it to get to this stage? So what has happened since this threat was made? The ULC president, Mr. Joe Ajaero, is with us in the studio this morning. Good morning.
Thank you very much.
And we also have a lecturer at the Pan-Atlantic University, Dr. Austin Weze. Good morning.
Good to see you again.
Thank you for coming.
Well, we need to mention that we tried to reach out to the Ministry of Labour, but they couldn't join us.
Okay, so I think it is apt for me to ask Mr. Ajaero. The deadline was yesterday, so has anything changed?
Well, as at this morning, nothing has changed. But I know that government, in a panicky measure, has implemented one of the demands via a letter to the ULC, which they said is illegal anyway, by asking them to nominate somebody that will serve in the National Minimum Wage Committee. So the letter was delivered to the ULC General Secretary yesterday, besides nothing else.
But thank God, it's good that you mentioned it. The minister declared that the ULC is illegal, not recognized by the federal government. And yet
but they're still talking to them.
Yes, no, but you insist that you go on this strike. Why would you be perpetrating illegality?
Well, I don't think we are illegal, but I think there are minor things at the Ministry of Labour. The Ministry of Labour is made up of members of the NLC and TUC from director down.
Okay.
And then you expect them to register ULC. That is what you are seeing, because the provisions of the law were there. And they said the very moment you meet up these conditions, you start operating. And the ministry has 3 months to reject that application. And under the public service policy of all ministries and MDAs, if you fail to approve or reject an application after 3 months, it's deemed to have been granted. So we sent that application by January 31st, 2017. The ministry has not deemed it fit to communicate to us until there was a strike notice. They now wrote that they are now processing it and all that. So that is where you are seeing
since January.
Yes, January 31st.
So the strike notice, is it this strike notice or the...
This strike notice that came up, over the non-recognition and other issues, because there was no way we could keep quiet. And there are a lot of problems within the sectors that we control, and nobody is attending to it. So we have to come up with all these demands. And that was the first time they now wrote to say, we are processing your application, and then you need to send us 9 new unions. And we have cited the law, that has not been a member of any federation before. And we have cited the laws. I don't think we saw 9 new unions anywhere.
Okay. Mr. Ajaero, the demands that your organization came up with, there are demands that other unions, one of them, federal government honors its 2009 agreement with the universities under the umbrella of ASU.
Yeah.
But they're in negotiations already. Why are you now mounting pressure on the federal government?
Or you think it's not necessary because our children are home and they're mounting pressure on us. That's why you ask yourself, ASU is not an affiliate of ULC. So why are you talking? Now, if as a result of the strike of ASU, all our kids are home, and some others can afford to send their kids abroad, I think I should show more than enough concern.
And you think threatening the government is the best way to...
Well, it's one of the demands we have made. And I think it's not even just a threat, because ASU is already on strike. You know, and we can join them on the issue. Part of our demands, and it's contained there, but I think they have gotten to a reasonable extent with government. It's only ASU that can now speak on the situation as of today.
Okay, what are the other issues?
The other issues happen to be deployment of soldiers to workplaces, and that's illegal, you know, whether in the market or offices. And we issued that letter 3 days after the soldiers killed people at Owerri market that the governor there was using. And if you check in almost all the stations, let me take my own sector, you know, like a power station. You know, we had written the minister convened a meeting, we met with Egui, he asked them what to do. 3 months after, they refused to do it. He wrote 3 other letters, Egui refused to appear. So we're trying to save the minister from himself. So if a
so
management...
deployment of soldiers, yes. Yeah. The other one?
The other ones is mobilizing or government posting factory inspectors to all factories and stations. But if you watch, people now in all the factories, in those days there used to be factory inspectors. But these days, nobody's manning them. In some of the factories, there are industrial accidents. People are dying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that all?
No. There are other demands like the issue of repair of roads to the
refineries.
Refineries,
yes.
You know, among others. The issue of AMCOM, you know, underpaying people, especially those that are larger still, you know, underpaying them by 75% of their entitlement. Okay. You know, the issue of privatization of NEPA, the BPE, even last week, the electricity workers blocked the BPE. Since 2013, there are still people that have not received their entitlement.
Okay. All right. Dr. Nweze, these are very trying times for the nation. Yeah. Nigeria is facing all kinds of issues. To your mind, this action by ULC, is it fair on Nigerians at this time?
Of course, from what he has said, these are germane demands. And, you know, because governance is, when we talk about good governance, these are some of the things that, you know, and they're not too difficult to do. And one of the things that, you know, governments seem to not to know how to negotiate, you know. When you negotiate with government, it's only one-way track. It's whatever they want, they give you. Okay? So I think one of the challenges that government has, and sometimes government will go into negotiation table without sending the right people who understand the issues at hand, even be it with labor, be it international negotiations, you know? And they do just send people, and they go there, they don't even know what to say. When they now come back, they realize, excuse me, they realize their mistakes. They now say, okay, we don't agree or we don't agree, and which is not, you know, you know, professional, which is not reasonable. The demand for labor, USU, is germane. These are things, like you rightly said, people spend 80% of their time working without getting paid. AMCON underpaying people by 75%. No, we need to understand the whole essence of unionism, you know. And I think in Nigeria, since the days of the late Michael Imodu, you know, and then Adams Oshomole, that they have been able to, you know, the military administration, Babangida during his time, decided to, you know, dismember the labor union. Did
he not proscribe them at one time?
Yes, because they were given, you know, it's just like what happened in Germany. And that's why we have a retirement today. Those days, when Otto von Bismarck was chancellor, the 65-year-olds were disturbing him. He came up with a policy, okay, retirement. If you're 65, go to bed. You know, government will pay you. And that's why we have retirement today. But these are one of the things that Babangida did, similar thing. By saying, okay, labor, you're too troublesome. Oh, yeah, everybody. And this is, you know, that's why you have International Labor Organization, to protect the workers. Just like Karl Marx would say that, you know, workers should get together to overthrow the big people that are also oppressed. Anywhere in the world, you know, the workers are being shortchanged. And they go there with their body, soul, and spirit. And they come out, you know, shortchanged. And that broken. And they go back, and, you know, the rest of their lives is like, hey, you know, nobody comes to their rescue. Even in NEPA, for instance, those days, I had the opportunity of training some of their staff, retiring staff. And they told them, one of the policies, after 5 years, you must bring someone, after 5 years retiring, you must bring someone, a member of the family, to identify you. And I asked, why should someone from a member of a family identify you? Say, because from their records, nobody has retired from NEPA and stayed alive up to 5 years. Yes.
Oh.
In Jos. And so you must come with someone to identify you.
But why must you come with someone to identify
That you are alive.
Technology.
That you are
Don't they
alive.
have their pictures in
was
the
then.
system?
That was then.
Yeah, that you're alive. This happened a few years ago. That you're alive. You are not expected to be alive after 5 years of retiring from NEPA.
Okay, we need to go on a break right now. When we come back, Mr. Ajaero, you tell us if you really care about how much you care about the Nigerians, seeing that your strike, grounding the entire nation, would add more pressure and hardship on the Nigerian citizens. We'll be back shortly. Don't go away.